So chat, this time, I'm not going to forget. We got to look elsewhere and see what, we missed. We didn't do that last year because I was depressed. Not so much this year. Let's take a look at the New York Yankees, who get Dave Blanco, who is very solid, and David Lozano, who's not that bad. Decent little draft for New York with 2 solid players. Tampa Bay missed out on Casey Tata. Gilchrist is okay. Herring is okay. And that was it for them. Blue Jays, Felipe. I was looking at Felipe Castilla, too. It's fine. We needed a center fielder more than the first baseman. They took him way before we even got the pick. He was their only B potential guy, though. Not that Ernesto Geronimo is all that bad. Let's see. Holy Chicago. Henry Nieto. Not bad. Abraham Acosta. Not bad. Alexis Machado. Not bad. Randall Jean. Also not bad. The overall's low, but man, he's a 89B potential. Not bad at all. Cleveland with not a single B potential player or higher for Cleveland. Like, sure, Villafuerte is a C, is a high rating, but that's a bit rough. Detroit. Quevedo is 59 overall, 20 years old. Jason Priest isn't that bad. Pretty rough draft for the Tigers. 2 starters. Priest might be more likely to make it even over the A potential guy. Might be. Kansas City, Edgar Matos. He was the first overall pick, I believe, right? Yeah, because it was Kansas City, Oakland, Minnesota. So the first overall pick, Matos. He's not quite who the guy on the Reds is going to be, but he's still pretty good. Charlie Cassidy, not terrible. Jared Kaufman, not terrible. Going to Kauffman Stadium. What a guy. Let's see. Minnesota. Cloven's okay. How do you see draft picks? Just hit left and right trigger. Or L2, R2. Harper Martin. Also not that bad. Let's see. Houston, not a single B potential guy or higher for Houston. Pritchett's not a bad starting overall, though. Angels, Ronald Andino. He's not bad. Not bad at all. He was taken pretty early in the draft. There's also Willard Lockhart. Overall's a little bit low. And Arnold Matsui, son of Hideki. Who's not bad. I mean, the overall's low for a second baseman, but A potential. Good draft for the Angels. Oakland, yep. So again, Kansas City took Edgar Matos first. What year? 2029. The new scouts did do better in a general sense. We had a really weird scouting year. Damon Ray was projected to go number 1. He fell to the Athletics, I should say, with the second pick, and yeah, he's good. He's very good. Joe Nolat. He's okay.
Oh, good.
I got Dwayne Miner as well. Shout out to BK Goes for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Shout out to Dwayne Meyer. And man, I keep saying the Angels because we were just looking at them. The Athletics, not bad. Not bad. 3 good projects and a star first baseman. Not bad. Seattle, Steve Chadwick. Yep, GG's. I almost took him 23rd. Almost. And I would have been happy with it. If it wasn't for that center fielder, we would have taken Steve Chadwick, and I would have been pretty happy with it. So, not bad. He was their only B potential guy, though.
Oh, good.
Shout out to Highland Wolf. Love the spelling. Thank you as well for the follow. Appreciate it. Again, anybody who might be new, we've been here every single night. We'll continue to do so. Mainly offline modes. Franchise Road to the Show. That's what we've been doing around here. I saved the Diamond Dynasty grinding, the no money spent runs for everybody else. It's people like myself and Mills. We got to hold down these offline modes. It's just the way. I'm just the one who runs the terrible hours. For Texas, yeah, Jack Howe is their only guy, and he's already 23, so Atlanta. What's the opposite of an A grade for a draft? Because woof, Atlanta. Oh my God. Whew. I think Coco is playing on. Coco, I think, is doing franchise, but he's been doing a lot of Diamond Dynasty. Miami, also not great. Jason Ziegler, 18-year-old reliever, B55. That's not bad. Not bad, but a lot of C potentials. The Mets. Oh, the Mets. That's what you get for taking a guy named Weinstein in the first round. That's what you get. Unbelievable. That is a rough day at the office for the New York Mets, a.k.a. just another day at the office. Philadelphia, Cisnero. He's not bad. 60 overall at 18. Mackenzie Ness is a 57 at 21. That's not so hot. And then, like, Hunter Gore is a 72, but he is only a C. But he's not bad for a late round pick. Not at all. Nighthawk, all good. Be responsible. Be responsible. Washington, what happened? Washington didn't sign their first round pick, did they? They didn't. Cito Hanojo or Hanoyo, I'm not sure which one it would be. I think it'd be Hanojo. He wasn't their first round pick. So there's going to be somebody out there, free agency, that we get to go for. Dominic Harley, low overall. Enrique Valenzuela, low overall, but projects. But yeah, that's a disaster for the Washington Nationals. Cubs, do you post streams on YouTube? I do. They're on the second channel. We're not, like what happens today won't be up on the channel tomorrow. But they're up on the secondary YouTube channel there. So Saldana, not bad. Decent potential. So there seem to be quite a few C potential guys with good overalls. Like Ron Dotson's not bad. You're not complaining about that for a third or fourth round pick, but damn. Cincinnati, Kirby Sasaki, not bad. Matt Dixon, not bad. And another C potential guy with a high overall, Estevan Cairo. Not a bad draft for them. The Brewers, swung and missed with Daryl Duncan. Castilla's okay. Not a great draft for Milwaukee. Not at all. Pittsburgh with Nate Walker. Jesus, Pittsburgh. Good for you. Nate Walker. Look at this guy. 73B at 19 years old. Remember when I was going to take Earl Laird, but everyone said Patrick Kane? Don't forget that, chat. Never forget that. Fuck. Not the biggest deal in the world, but ouch. They also took Frank Willard, another third baseman who would have been good. Shit. Good prospects. It'll take him a long time to be ready, though. St. Louis with Noah Plaza, who is fine. And Dante Livingston, whose overall is low. Low. Also, they got a guy who has 55 potential. Arizona, Charles Welsh, who is fine. The Brewers didn't sign that guy. What, did they not? I have a hard time remembering who was a first rounder and who wasn't, unless we were specifically looking at them. That free agent list this upcoming season could be pretty nice. Arizona got nobody else, by the way. High potential, aside from Welsh. Colorado. Ugh. Not a good one for Colorado. They did get project center fielder Zeke Crook, who was a track star. And that's about it. Dodgers picked up Ernie Iverson, son of Allen. 54 at 18, solid potential. He was the only one. San Diego. 74D potential, Enrique Cabral. Yikes for San Diego. Big yikes. San Francisco. Damn, what a steal for them. Either competitive, the compensation rounds or second round center fielder Wallace McGaffick. That might be the steal of the draft right there for San Fran. Damn. And it took Bruce Raymond earlier on. That brings us to Baltimore, who for the first time in a long time actually blew it. That's a rare miss from Baltimore. They've been pretty damn good at drafting this entire time. Not today. We got one of the best prospects in that entire draft. If not, arguably the best. Hey, there's not too many guys who are better, so I'm very happy with Nick Levitt. We can ignore everything else. All in all, not too bad. And we now set our sights on making the playoffs. Just kidding. Somehow, we are 10 games under 500. This team is better than it was last year. And it just hasn't mattered. It just hasn't mattered. There's really nothing to do in terms of call-ups. We could call up Hubert McDonald to get a 5th outfielder. He'll be there next year. He'll be there. Shout out to the Supercharged players. I'm glad those are back. It's a fun little thing. Rodriguez has done well. Kai Bush has been terrible this season. Speaking of terrible this season. Okay, some of our relievers have been tragic this year. Absolutely tragic. I'm going to leave it as is. We'll continue to let Hubert destroy worlds. Who can I take off the 40-man, though? We could take Emmanuel Valdez off the 40-man if we were to lose him. That's fine. This way we can call Hubie up in September, though, more than likely. About a month away. I highly doubt... Yeah, we're not going to make the playoffs. Jesus. So this was the first year where we're bad, where we weren't intentionally trying to be bad. Is it even worth trying to salvage this season? 11 games back in the wild card. I don't think, man, almost the middle of August, 11 games back. I don't think it's worth trying to salvage it. Okay. Well, given that fact then, that we're kind of boned. Ronaldo, you've been a loyal soldier, buddy, but I don't, I'd have to put you on waivers. I was trying to find a way to get Eric Blank some playing time. I can't do it, though. So, nope, Cody, I'm good, thanks. I don't need to see anything from Sam flexing his freaking MLB luck. Cavada so far, only 7 at-bats. We'll leave him there. I don't know if there are any younger players I can even call up for this season just to try to get them at-bats. I don't think there is. Outside of Kevin Simmons, who was hurt. And eventually, McDonald. So we'll pretty much just wait for September call-ups. Pitching-wise, Feltman would have to go through waivers. Lawrence has been terrible. What's the FIP? Yeah, Lawrence hasn't been very good. I'm going to send him down. Let's go back over to center. How has Rafaela done? 689. I'm going to send Rafaela down. And we're going to bump up Hubert right now. Get him some major league playing time. I can't send down Miguel without losing him on waivers. DeLauder hasn't been that great. There's really nobody else I'd want to bump up anyway. Cody Whitley, I couldn't send you down. I'm not too worried about losing Durbin Feltman, but he's been okay. What about you? That's good. We just signed you and you're in fucking free fall. Nice. Nice. Well, guess what? Your first season here, you're getting sent down. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oops, meant to go back to the 40-man. Let's get David Hamilton off of the 40-man. Let's get Brian Mata off of the 40-man. Let's add Eric Blank to the 40-man, but I don't know if I'm going to call him up yet. I do need to call up a reliever. Tupman has been elite when given the chance. We'll call him up, and we'll just play a man down for the next couple weeks. And we lose Brian Mata off waivers. Philadelphia claims him. That's not a major loss at all. Garrett Whitlock's been pretty bad. Kai Bush. We are going to send you down. Can I add Evan Huff? No, we do have a full 40-man again. Michael Ellison has played pretty well, but I'm not worried about him full-time. I'm sure he'll get claimed. Let's give Evan Huff the opportunity, and we're going to send down Kai Bush because he has been bad. So let's see. Rotation. Rodriguez, Whitlock, Bayo, Asensio, Hubbard. Huff is the long reliever, which isn't that bad. Not a great debut for Tupman through 4 innings. We're still looking okay there. And then lineup-wise, looks like Hubert's playing against the lefties, which is good. Yeah, we have quite a few cold bats in the lineup right now. But yeah, I have no idea how we're this bad, but we are. And we do lose Michael Ellison, so thank you, Philadelphia. Tell you where the franchise go. Hey. I never claimed to be. Let's see. Taylor Rogers, I'll send you down to AA. Let's keep it going. Well, again, hey, I won't complain about another year of a high draft pick. I really won't. All right, September call-ups. Who on the 40-man has done the best? Fella's done very well down in AAA. Let's call him back up. Actually, well, he'll take time away from Hubert. I don't really want that. Could finally call up Johnny McMahon. Give him, honestly, yeah. Let's call up Johnny McMahon. Give him his first taste of the majors. Same for Jimmy Denton. Kevin Simmons is healthy as well. Let's give Kevin Simmons his first taste of the majors. Somehow, some way, though, unless something drastically changes this month, we are going to be one of the worst teams in baseball. I don't know how that happened. I'm not really complaining because of the prospects we have, and it really just gives them another year to get better. But it is a little bit surprising. Bill Patel, congratulations. I'm going to call you up, too. Have to call a couple of dudes up to AAA. And this roster will undergo a lot of changes next year. Just in terms of who we're going to have to let go. So we did beat Cincinnati, but 62-81. Far, far from the division title. We elected to not really go for it. 14 games back. Our elimination number is 4. So this season is done. As the Woo Sox very much under 500. Sea Dogs make the playoffs again. 3 games against Tampa that we win. And then 3 games against Detroit to round out the season. The Sea Dogs are moving on. 70-92. That is a very surprising result for how good this team looked on paper, how good we did last year. But we sucked. worst in the division by 7 games as the Yankees win and will have the number 1 seed in the playoffs. They were the only team from the AL East to make it. Tigers and Twins make it out of the Central. The Guardians have finally fallen off. It's taken them long enough. And Astros, Angels, Mariners in the West. We were only ahead of the Royals and the Athletics, who have just been perennially shit this entire franchise mode. They just haven't been able to turn it around. But wow, the White Sox actually were better than us. That's surprising. They've been terrible. Damn. NL East, Braves, Marlins, and Mets all make the playoffs. As do the Cubs, winning the Central. And the Dodgers and Padres make it out of the West. So, 70 wins. We were the 3rd worst team in baseball. The American League had the 3 worst teams in baseball. So we're going to have another high draft pick next year, which honestly isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's really not. We're going to have one more high draft pick. You look at this roster, the amount of 8 potential guys that we have here, sure, some of them won't make it, but guys like Doug Brown are going to, Pinero. One more high draft pick's not bad. If this was a league where you could trade that draft pick, it'd be even better, but we're looking okay. Stat-wise, Bob Asensio as a rookie was our winningest pitcher. Rodriguez was up there as well. He had the most innings pitched. And Rodriguez was easily our best pitcher. Only guy with a sub-4 ERA. So yeah, Roger Rodriguez, and he went up by 3 points this year. He is our guy. He is the ace that we were hoping for. And yeah, Kai Bush was tragic. It's tragic. Relievers, terrible for Tupman. He was a horrible call-up. But Kay, Schreiber, Perez, we're all looking pretty good. K-Town, take it easy, Cody, as well, if you haven't already bailed. Lawrence was terrible. Whitley was terrible. I don't know if we're bringing you back, buddy. It was worth a shot, but Jesus. Catcher. Herrera. Might be qualified this year. I don't know what we're going to do with Herrera. Actually, I mean, again, the idea of, well, a big money catcher, like, I don't think he's it. I don't think he's it, especially when Ronaldo can be signed for 2 more years, dirt cheap, and then we bring in that project catcher. We have 2 of them now. First base, Tristan Casas, 23 home runs. Casas was pretty damn good, man. I'm very happy with his development. And Nico didn't do too badly, but he only had 11 at-bats. Michael Bush, who we randomly were able to acquire, he did outplay Nick York this season. York's deal is up, but 2 arbitration years. 3 arbitration years for Bush as well, so that's pretty promising. Third base, Brady House became available this year. Gotta be honest, I don't know if we're bringing him back. Given the contract that he's going to command, I don't think he was that much better than Chen. Chen this year, 11 home runs, 26 RBIs, and 869 OPS. He doesn't have the potential we were hoping for, but I do think Chen is our guy at third base. Marcelo Meyer at shortstop, 23 home runs for him. He probably won a Gold Glove. 778 OPS. He's fantastic. In left, Miguel Dew. 705 OPS, 15 home runs. He's a good 4th choice outfielder for us. And we still have contract control. Wayne, they are. The beards are out of control. Rafaela, 1 year left. I still wouldn't mind trading him. He's just not good enough at the plate. Good defensive first outfielder, but again, now we have someone to train up there. Chase DeLauder, 22 home runs. I don't know if Chase... I don't think Chase is the guy either. After his deal's up next year. I mean, look at Hubert. 835 OPS, 58 at-bats. He's the guy in right. Miguel Blaze defense first, too. We're going to have some big decisions coming up. That said, the awards. Chase DeLauder won a Gold Glove, but my goodness, look at that. At 37 years old, Mike Trout wins AL MVP over teammate Rafael Devers and Julio Rodriguez. Mike Trout. Have yourself a career, Mike Trout. NL MVP for your Colorado Rockies, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 4th season there. And I mean, you think he's figured out how to play at Coors? Jesus. Over Pete Alonso and Cole Roederer, back-to-back MVPs for him. NL Cy Young goes to Nick Lodolo of the New York Mets. San Francisco's Brady Singer and Hunter Green behind him. They gave it to Lodolo off of the strikeouts, I guess. How did Hunter Green not win it? Say what you want about the win-loss record, but out of those finalists, Hunter Green deserved it, man. If you're going off of ERA and strikeouts, that's robbery. AL Cy Young, Julio Urias of the Detroit Tigers over Alcantara and Garrett Cole. Got to be honest, would have given it to Sandy Alcantara. AL batting title, Mike Trout. NL Corbin Carroll, now in San Diego. Reliever of the year in the NL, Joe Jimenez. Absolutely deserved it, undisputed. Over Pedro Cora, who's only 23. Jesus, Colorado. And Andreas Munoz. AL... He's gonna haunt me until the day I die, isn't he? Jesus. We did get Hubert for him, but oh my God. That's rough. NL Rookie of the Year finally goes to former first overall pick Taylor Sinclair of the Miami Marlins. They waited a couple of years, obviously, to get him up there, but once they did, Taylor Sinclair delivers over Robert Culver and Richie Collins. AL Rookie of the Year, Troy Booker over Cade Povich and Brad Crow. I don't know how we're not getting consideration for Rookie of the Year, but I mean, Jesus, some of these guys were pretty damn good. Hank Aaron Awards, Mike Trout and Vladdy. Did we have a Gold Glove winner at all? Tristan Casas finished 3rd for first base. Brady House finished 3rd for third base. Marcelo Meyer finished 3rd for shortstop. And Chase DeLauder won it in right. Duly noted. So the playoffs. Angels and Twins, Tigers and Mariners with the Yankees and Astros awaiting. On the NL side, it is Padres and Marlins, Braves and Mets with the Dodgers and Cubs. Waiting to see how it's going to play out as the Sea Dogs lose in the playoffs. We have the Angels and Yankees, Tigers and Astros, Marlins and Dodgers, Mets and Cubs as your Elite Eight. Angels and Tigers make it to the Final Four, the ALCS, as do the Marlins and the Cubs in the NLCS. Who's going to the World Series? Detroit and Chicago. Both of whom, if I'm not mistaken, have won a World Series in this run. I think so. But Detroit and Chicago, the Tigers, led by Gavin Lux, Casey Mize. Maybe the Tigers made it but didn't win. Of course, Alex Verdugo. I bet Luis Renfigo's happy I didn't trade for him. But the Tigers are there, going up against the Chicago Cubs, led by Adley Rutschman. Also, Cole Roederer, Justin Steele. Interesting. I'd probably give the advantage to the Cubs, but let's see. Who's going to win the World Series? It's 3-2 for the Cubs. It's going 7. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series in 2029 in 7 games over the Detroit Tigers, led by Stephen Kwan, who fucking went off. Oh my God. 5 home runs, 10 RBIs in 7 games for Stephen Kwan as the Cubs win it. And yeah, there it is. The Tigers did win it 2 years ago. So that is it for the 2029 season. Better for us in one way, the draft. Disappointing for us in another, as we have quite a few retirements. Garrett Cole is gone. Luis Severino, Randy Dobnak, and numerous others. But let's see, do we have any Hall of Famers? Paul Goldschmidt makes it to the Hall of Fame. Garrett Cole does not. Paul Goldschmidt, though, that's a pretty damn strong career. You know, it is. But Paul Goldschmidt is a Hall of Famer. And we have a tough offseason ahead of us, man. Especially with a new manager needed. Right.